Welcome to day 4, everybody. Hello, hello. We're on day 4 of our daily creative challenge for Photoshop. I'm Kathleen. I'm gonna be your host. I've been your host. I will continue to be your host. Until next Friday, what's up, everybody? Let me know if you're watching in the chat. I see lots of friendly faces, lots of friendly names. Got Sam Peterson. Hello, hello. Christine, Sean, Abraham, Colleen. Good to see you, Austin. I see you too, Beatrice. Very nice. Helen, hello. Alrighty, if you are watching for the first time, please drop something in chat. Let us know where you're watching from, what you're doing today, and what you're hoping to learn from this daily creative challenge. What's up, Aurelia? Good to see you. Valentine. Paco, of course. Good to see you all. All right, so if you are totally new, the Daily Creative Challenge is a way for you to build your skills over 9 challenges over the course of 2 weeks. So we've been doing 1 challenge every day for this week, and we will continue to do that Monday through Friday next week. Don't worry, you have the weekends off. If I get the weekend off, you get the weekend off. That's how it works. Marilyn, hello. Good to see you. But if you do want to join the challenge still or check out the current challenges, you can come to the Daily Creative Challenge landing page. It's behance.net/challenge/Photoshop. You can also just go to behance.net/challenge and then navigate from there. You don't have to remember all of the hyphenates. Christine says, I'm completely new to Photoshop. Welcome, Christine. Aw, really glad to have you. We're going to be working on some perspective warping in Photoshop. It's going to be pretty simple. Don't worry. Yeah, everyone needs a weekend. No spin yet. Jeffrey, I'm going to throw in the spin randomly during the middle of the stream, and you guys won't even be ready for it. Marco from Germany, hello. Good to have you. Good evening, I should say. Alrighty, so this is how it works. Every day you're going to receive your challenge. You can find it here. You can also find it on Discord, or you can just come for the live stream and find out what it is then. What's up, Alberto? Good to see ya. Alrighty, join the community chat. That is Discord, so I'll show you that super quickly. Discord is where we can all hang out 24/7, post our work, get some feedback, chat about our careers and creativity in general, and just have a good time. So if you want to join Discord, it's free. It's awesome. You can just go to bit.ly/PSDiscord, capital P, capital S. There it is. Thank you, Paco. Perfect. Sharon, good morning. Marquise, hello. Leah, hello, hello. So many people in chat today. Wow. Thank you for being here. On time, too. Pamela, good to have you. All right, so join us on Discord. After I finish my challenge today, I'm going to post my work on Discord to get some feedback before posting my final on Behance. If you don't know, Behance is a portfolio site. It is awesome. And by the end of this Daily Creative Challenge, we're all going to have a new portfolio piece. So I was saying this at the beginning of the week, but this is my 8th time hosting a Daily Creative Challenge. So I've got 2 nice rows, all of Daily Creative Challenges. Very good. This is the one we're working on currently. So once I get that feedback on Discord, I'm going to upload my work to my project that I've been building out over the week. This was cool. Yesterday's was cool. Pamela says, I like your collar and cuffs. Thanks, Pamela. Collar and cuffs, baby. Hashtag collar and cuffs. All right, Jan Eric, good to see you. Okay, so we're joining Discord, we're chatting, we're watching the live stream, which is happening right now, but it's only 25 minutes, so it's very fast. But you can always watch the replays by coming down here, clicking on watch video for the certain replay that you want, and also you can always come back here and get starter files for past challenges. If you scroll all the way to the bottom, you can even get the starter files and watch the videos for the majority of the past challenges that we've ever done. So there's a huge backlog of these. If you just can't get enough and you need to practice more, this is a great way to start. You can just follow through, watch the replays. There you go. One note, we had to make a couple changes to the starter files for earlier this week. That was my bad, so they're a little bit tweaked from what you will see in the starter or in the videos, but they're still pretty much the same thing, just a little different. Yeah, final PSD. Totally. It's also kind of a curse to put final in your file names, I think. Never ends up being the final, does it? Leslie, day 3, hip hooray! Yes, I thought it was day 4, but it's day 3. I said day 4 a lot at the beginning, didn't I? Okay, so we are registering for the challenge, and now let's actually jump into the project today. So today, We are learning how to do some distortion and transforms in Photoshop in a super easy way to design a postcard. So I'm going to show you how to do this kind of distorted 3D, almost isometric text by just using smart objects. You don't have to do any math, you don't have to do any perspective lines or anything like that. It's very easy. Let me turn off my final. So this is kind of similar to the template that you will download. Patty says, who puts business cards on crumpled paper? It's an art form, Patty. It's a good point, though. Yeah, Aurelia, you can definitely watch the past ones. Very cool. Leah says, can never get enough. Y'all are awesome. Leah, you're awesome. Thanks for being here. That's so nice to hear. All right, when you open your template on this bottom artboard, you're going to see this. Let's just turn this one off. All of these files, we got this template right here. And let me show you how to make some smart objects, warp them, and then add some text, and it will warp it for you. Very cool. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to turn down the opacity of this template layer a little bit so that it's acting as an actual template and not as something so bold. So I'm going to come here to the Layers panel, grab my opacity. This is something you can do in Photoshop that's pretty cool. Instead of actually opening this menu and dragging the slider, you can just hover over the title and drag it down. You can also just type like 4 or 5 and it will take you to 40 or 50 or 60%. Yeah, sorry, Sarah, the original PSD had to be removed. That was my bad. I had some copyrighted imagery in it. It was a noob mistake by me. But you can still just use that business card template and put your own image in it. Awesome. Okay, so we've turned down the opacity a little bit, so now I can build my smart objects. The first thing we're going to want to do is we're going to make 3 rectangles. I'm going to make 1 rectangle and then just duplicate it twice. So they're all the same size, and it's going to work perfectly. So I'm going to use my live tools or shape tool and grab the rectangle. If you don't see rectangle as an option, maybe you see like the rounded rectangle tool, no worries, just long click, and then this little fly out menu will appear and you can choose rectangle tool. There we go. I'm just gonna drag out a rectangle that's about the size of this top one on my template. Cool. Now in my properties panel, I can change the fill color. Let's change it to, I don't know, maybe just this kind of green color. Perfect. Doesn't matter for now, this is just placeholder. And then I'm going to duplicate it twice. So we learned a couple ways to duplicate layers in previous days. One is you can grab the layer right here and drag it down to the new layer icon, and that will duplicate. You can also do Command or Control J to duplicate your layer. So if I do that, now I have my copy. So I have 3 rectangle layers, all the exact same size because they are duplicates. Now let's turn them all into smart layers or smart objects. So I'm gonna right click on my bottommost layer, convert to smart object. All right, it's a smart object now. We know it is because now it has the smart object icon instead of being this live shape icon. All right, let's do it for the other 2. Right click, smart object, and the top one, smart object. Okay, now let's get to distorting this and perspective warping it. I'm gonna show you exactly how this works by giving you an example. So I'm gonna turn off the bottom 2 layers by just clicking the eyeball icon and turning it off. So now the top one is visible and the others are not. I'm going to double click into this smart object like we've been doing the past couple days. That's how we get into it and edit it. And now we can see this layer is still live and we can change the colors as we want to, but I can also add some text. So I'm going to go to my text tool over here on the left side of my toolbar. What's up, Aria? Yeah, you can hold Alt or Option and drag it down too. Excellent, excellent for duplicating. Alrighty, let's drag out a little text box here. And let's say the word do. Let's do keep keep your chin up. That is what our postcard is going to say. It's kind of a postcard for someone who might be going through a hard time. You can say, keep your chin up. I'm rooting for you. All right, let's increase our text size quite a bit. Maybe even change our typeface. I'm going to use Bebas because that is a good, confident typeface. Somebody said that the other day. They said, that's a confident type choice. And I said, yeah, you're right, it is. Gonna keep that in mind. Let's increase the size to take up the entire shape. Keep. It almost seems like it says kelp, but it says keep. All right, let's change the color to something bright and fun. Whoa, it's a little too bright and fun. And if I go to File, Save, as we do with Smart Objects, we know what happens. It updates it here. All right, so let's get to transforming. I'm actually going to change this background color again so we can really see what's happening. Let's do something light. Nice, pink lemonade, always a favorite. Hild says, seems like I missed a lot, have to rewatch. Yeah, I'm just showing you how to make some smart objects. There we go. All right, let's transform. This is gonna be fun. With my rectangle smart object selected, my keep selected, we're going to go to Edit, up in the Edit menu, Transform, and Distort. Now there's a ton of different options here. We could go Scale, Rotate, Skew, Perspective, Normal Warp, but Distort is gonna allow us to distort it and push it back in space a little bit. But feel free to play with all these different transform options. You can even flip your layers horizontal and vertical and rotate things as well. But let's just go to Distort. When I do that, you'll see these handles appear on the corners of my layer. If I zoom in a little bit, I'm just gonna match these handles to the edges of my template. And you'll see as I do that, it's skewing my words a little bit. Don't skew my words. No, that's good. That's what we want. And we're gonna save it. Now I can still go into this smart object, maybe change the background color or change the text. Save it, and it will be updated, but still skewed. So let's do something a little more obvious. We are going to close our smart object. Let's distort another one. So this one is going to be our right panel. Let's drag it over here. Go to Edit, Transform, Distort, and match up our edges with our template. I'm kind of trying to make this like isometric room feel. So this is kind of the right panel of the room. Okay, we're gonna commit those changes. Now if I jump into my smart object, it's still a rectangle. We can still add whatever text that we want. So let's change the background to white. Let's add some text. I'm gonna say your. Decrease the size a little bit so it all fits. Easy. We're going to hit File, Save, and when we go back to our template, it's going to be skewed. Amazing! Isn't that cool? So we can edit things and change things in our smart objects, and it will be updated here in perspective. We don't have to think about it. It does all of the work for us. All right, let's do the bottom one. So we have our bottom rectangle. We go to Edit, yep. Distort, yep. Doing the Blue's Clues call and response. And let's grab our handles, pull them down, match the bottom of our template. And this isn't an exact science. We're doing this quickly because it is a live stream. That's only 10 more minutes. So we got to keep this quick, but feel free to take as much time finessing things and finagling as you need. Jan Eric, if it fits, I sits. This is the perfect box for a cat. And you can kind of see how it's being distorted by how these crossbars are interacting with each other. So you can tell that this is being pushed further back. It's kind of hard to see on the screen, actually, that blue on that green. This is being pushed further back. That triangle is a little smaller, and this is a little bit larger. This is closer to us. Alrighty, let's jump into this smart object, change our background color, and add our text. The order of operations in this workflow is kind of important because you need to set up the smart object before you distort it, or else things just get a little bit squirrely, as I like to say. Blue's Clues, yes, Chad, you know. All right, let's say chin up. We're gonna decrease this size. Anybody know somebody in their lives who could use this postcard right now? Keep your chin up, kid. Things are gonna be okay. I'm gonna also squish these letters together a little bit, or you might call that kerning, changing the distance between letters by coming over here to my properties panel and using this slider right here. You can decrease the size, really push things together. I wanna keep it legible, but also keep it condensed as well, because it's supposed to feel like it's put inside of this box. Perfect. Alrighty, so this one is not as big as the others, but that's okay. We'll see how it looks once I save it. Keep your chin up. I'm gonna go to File, Save, and check it out. Cool, keep your chin up. And now we have this cool perspective warped phrase that is sitting inside of its own box. Now I went ahead and did a little bit of adding of elements. So I found this cool image on Adobe stock of these like marble hands doing thumbs up, and I thought that was kind of weird, and this whole design is a little bit weird. This box of words and these marble hands. So I'll show you quickly kind of how I went about doing that. Turn this off again. So let's change our background color to maybe something kind of dark. I'll choose this and then go a little bit deeper. Looks good. Turn that on. Nice. And let's also change all of these background colors as well. Go to our swatches, change the color there, save it, change the color here, save it, and change the color here. I'm doing Command S to save. That is the hotkey for it, or the command. All right, keep your chin up, kid. Looks good, looks good. I could even grab all of these layers by choosing the top one, holding Shift, going to the bottom one. We're gonna hold Command T to transform it again. We're doing lots of transforming. Increase this size. Awesome. And then I believe we have a cool hand stock image. Let's see if I can find it. There we go. That you can play with and use as you'd like. I'm going to just use my Move tool. I'm going to go to my Selection tool and do Select Subject. It's going to select both of my hands for me. I'm going to go to my Marquee tool quickly and then choose the Subtract option, and let's just subtract this bottom hand because I just want the top one to be selected. Perfect. I'm going to use my Move tool and just grab this hand, move it over here. There it is. Easy peasy. Jason says, wouldn't it be great if hotkeys were really hot? Then you'd know which ones they were. That's true. I can see it being problematic though. Anybody else? Alrighty. So we can add this hand kind of coming out of whatever letter that we want. I want to keep the words legible, but they don't have to be too legible because you can get the phrase through context. You know, keep your chin up is a phrase, so if the O and the U and your are kind of blocked, you should still be able to read it. Unless you're not a native English speaker, then you come with a little bit of an issue, so that's something to keep in mind as well. We'll keep it a little bit smaller. Drag it up. Perfect. And we're going to talk about this in future streams, but let me just show you super quickly how to do a quick layer mask. I have my hand layer selected. I'm going to come down here to my layer mask icon, click it, and then I'm going to use my brush. I'm just going to use a simple hard brush with black selected. And let's just erase some of this hand. That is a mask. I'm using black to erase and white to reveal. So say I go a little bit too far, oops, I'm gonna use white and bring that back in. We'll talk about that more in another stream though. Alrighty, so we've made our own smart objects, we have distorted them, and now we can edit them freely and change the text as we will. So I could change this to, instead of saying your, keep your. Let's get real millennial on this. Is that millennial? Gen Z? I don't know. Let's save it. Yes. And now it's updated to say your. But now our hand is coming out of nothing. Alrighty, so let's get this exported. We're gonna get this uploaded onto Behance. I just had some fun adding some texture to the letters, but we'll be talking about that in future streams. No need to worry about that now, unless you wanna play and explore a little bit. All right, file, export, export as. This has artboard, so it has both of them selected. I'm just gonna turn off this artboard and only export this one because we didn't really edit the other one at all. All right, let's change the width down to like maybe 1200. I don't want it to be too big on Behance. The height will automatically match that, keep it skewed correctly. We'll go to export, desktop, and let's do day 3. Postcard. Keep your chin up, kiddo. I agree, Jan Eric. The gradient on the text is cool. Thanks, Steven. I think I actually like hand painted it in. So I used a blend mode with this darker red and kind of painted over this normal pink color. And that also kind of adds to the depth of this room. So having the shadows where the corners are meeting, that's gonna make it a little more realistic. It's not perfect though. Alrighty, let's get this uploaded onto Discord first to get some feedback. And then we'll upload it onto Behance. So upload here. We'll say, what other kinds of phrases could I use? Thanks. It's always nice to say thank you. And we'll see what people say. And then once I get feedback, I will upload it onto Behance, but I'm just gonna do it now for you to show you how to do it. So let's go to our profiles. We're gonna hover over our current project. We're using one project and we're dumping all of our different days' work into it. We're not doing a different project for every day. Aria says, don't let the your creep into our language. Let your take back what's theirs. What's theirs? That's funny. I love that, Aria. All right, we're gonna go to edit. Let's scroll down to the bottom, upload our image, postcard. I wonder if you've guessed the theme yet. We started with something that's very small, did something a little bit bigger, and today a postcard's a little bit bigger than a business card. I wonder what the theme could be. Alrighty, in our settings, make sure that you have PS Daily Challenge in the Discoverability tab as our keyword, because that's going to allow us to search for each other's projects. When we come to the search bar in Behance and search PS Daily Challenge, that's how we can see everyone's beautiful work. Aw, Pamela, that's so nice. I'm glad that you think I'm calming. Don't always feel very calm. That's super nice to hear. Alrighty. So don't forget, post your work on Discord as you are working on it to get feedback. I've already got a thumbs up. Thank you, Aurelia. Thanks for the thumbs up. I hope to hear some of your different phrases that I could use for this postcard, and I'm excited to see what you all do. Aurelia says, I hope we end up with a mural. That's an idea. Philippe, who can give me a link to the Discord? Super easy. It's bit.ly/P S Discord. There we go. That's going to take you to an invite link, and then you can either use Discord on your browser or on your, what's it called, mobile device, phone, or on your desktop. Alex says, you're definitely calming. I'm glad you think so, because I've hosted you before, Alex. Glad I'm not bringing the chaotic energy. Alrighty, so we are going to have more Adobe Live coming up next. We have a photography stream, followed by Howard's XD Daily Creative Challenge, followed by a graphic design stream. It's very excellent. Stick around, and I will be back tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Thanks, everybody. Bye.